Arsenal Fan TV, Mo. Now, you know what? I've been waiting to interview you right from when I saw Nicholas Bendtner kick that goal in, because I know you've given him some grief and stick. Yeah. But what a massive goal in the context of the season for Arsenal he scored today.
It was massive. And, you know, I've always said, I hate the guy, don't get me wrong. I really do, because of what he said about Arsenal. I resent what he said about Arsenal. But I've always said, when he's got on the red and white, you just support him like he's anyone else, you know what I mean? And that's what we did. And he responded. So fair play to him. I'm over the moon for myself, not for him. You know, I wanted the 3 points today. So just
give him some credit, man.
No, of course I did. And I was singing his name. I was even doing There's Only One Nicholas Bendtner, you know, walking along, singing a song, Walking to Bendtner Wonderland. So you can't ask for any bigger compliment than that. But, you know, that was a bit tongue-in-cheek. But I'm delighted. I'm happy that I don't care who it is that gets us the goals, as long as we win. I'm just desperate for them 3 points every single time I come here.
And I mean, watching the game, was you starting to get... I mean, I was. I right up until about 10 minutes ago, I was thinking to myself, we will score. We were battering them. Yeah. But I was... As it was starting to tick down, I was starting to get nervous about this one.
Big time. I've heard a few people say, like, oh, yeah, I thought we were going to score. Forget that. I was nervous. You know, it was like 3 minutes ago in the game, I was thinking, all right, now we've got about 5 minutes with injury time. I didn't think there were going to be 5 minutes. And I thought, no, we will get one more chance. But really, that was just like trying to fool my own kind of mind. I was livid at our first half, because for me, it was like Arsenal of old. There'll be times when I've come here in recent years and we turn up, we think we've got some sort of divine right to win, and we just expect that it will come our way because we play great football and all this sort of stuff. We don't really do the grafting. You have to earn the right to win in this league, and I didn't think that we did that in the first half. We just kind of came and turned up and just played a little bit of football and thought it'd come. Didn't come. I don't know what Wenger said at half time, but clearly it worked. And the substitutions were bang on today as well. I thought, you know, Rozicki, he always looks forward. He's aggressive in terms of his outlook on the game. He wants to attack, and he made a big difference. And Nicholas Bendtner as well. Like, I think the way we play with Giroud, he enables our midfield creativity and our midfield attacking kind of element. And Bendtner is more of a replication of that, whilst Podolski can't really do that. I've never really fancied Podolski as a lone striker. He's not going to bully a back four. He's probably our most clinical finisher at the club, but he's not the one to stay up front by himself. So for me, Bendtner was a replication of that, and the midfield seemed a bit more comfortable with that usual setup. So I was happy about that when he came on.
And just before you go there now, give us a prediction. It's all about the North London derby on Saturday. Tottenham bring their travelling band down here to the Emirates.
Yeah, well, you know, at home, I always fancy us. I think we'll beat anyone at home. So, of course, I think we'll beat Tottenham at home. You remember when we played them earlier on in the season, confidence was low and they're buzzing and all this negative spiral crap. So, since then, look how much has changed. I expect us to win that game like I expect us to win any other game. And, you know, I like to add my little bits on at the end of interviews. Just one thing I want to say, Vincent, absolutely, he's a virus in football. You know, what really annoys me, and people know I want Usmanov in the club rather than Kroenke, but I think moments like this have to remind you that Kroenke at least is respecting the club's traditions. You know, Vincent wasn't around when Cardiff were formed. He wasn't around when every club has a story about why they're playing certain shirts. Arsenal borrowed shirts from Nottingham Forest, hence we play in red. There's history behind these things and nicknames and all that sort of stuff. And for him to come in like he's the one that set up that institution that is Cardiff City Football Club and change it is an absolute joke. And Cardiff fans were singing and we were singing back, you want to be red just like the Arsenal, like a bit of banter between the fans, but I feel for him. And he's an absolute virus in football. And it's tough because I don't want that investment to pay off for him. So on that basis, I want him to go down. But I don't want that for all of the Cardiff fans who are decent, like football fans. But you know, I can't not say that on the mic today. Vincent, absolute virus of football. Sooner that the FA step up their fit and proper persons test for people to take over clubs, the better, because he's an absolute joke of football.